People don't want you to boycott the new Harry Potter show because there's snowflakes.
It's this one.
The fact that JK Rowling is a transphobe. They want you to boycott it because watching it directly harms trans people financially.
Point on the doll.
Point on the doll.
Watching it harms.
Watching it harms you. It doesn't harm you. I'm starting off this video to remind you guys that we are not sponsored by this brand, and this is bringing more attention to the brand.
I know. That's kind of funny.
Don't look up this brand because we're not sponsored, and they actually
unless they want to.
Unless you guys want to sponsor us. Anyways, go ahead.
Hey guys, welcome to Normal Gaze, where we take on insanity. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Clarkson Lawson.
What's up, guys? I don't know what are we doing.
AI Fruit Love Island. Go check that out.
Just join as a member.
We'll
we
do
have
something
bonus
else as
content every week. So yeah.
Yeah, weekly episodes that only the membies get to watch. The normies. I should say.
You keep calling them membies.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, for
sounds like indie, like non-binary.
Our members are not non-binary.
Actually, that would be like ironic.
I guess.
I don't know. Anyways, just go.
So we're going to talk about JK Rowling because everyone's freaking out about her. Because did you see the trailer for the new HBO Harry Potter series?
No.
Oh, well, it blew up online because they're doing a TV show version of the movies. And
I saw that there is a black Snape.
Yeah, which I think is dumb. Like,
well, isn't it like there's something about his character arc? I saw a few.
They always describe him as pale in the books and everything. It's like,
yeah, and then also like
the bullying is going to look weirdly racially charged.
Right, so that kind of ruins the whole arc of it because then you're going to become sympathetic towards a character that you're supposed to think is evil until like what, like the last book?
I don't know.
So I don't know. It's I don't like
also the show itself. I'll be yawning. I mean, we are filming this in the evening after the coffee wears off.
I'm so tired, yeah. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
The show itself just looks like a remake. It looks really dark, like in terms of I hate the way they film things now where you can't see what's happening. Like they do this with some Game of Thrones spin-offs and everything where it's like you can barely see because it's all so poorly lit.
Well, lighting has changed a lot of movies.
Yeah.
And I think I watched a video on this. It has more to do with the bulbs that everybody's using. Just like when people look back on pictures in like the 90s, all the cities changed the bulbs. So the ambiance of the cities changed. Therefore, they had to change the ambiance of the movies to match what cities look like now.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. It's weird, but whatever.
Anyway, everyone's freaking out because it's JK Rowling, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you a video from a transgender YouTuber complaining.
In light of a certain trailer dropping recently, I wanted to make a little reminder. If you're planning on watching the new Harry Potter TV show, or you still put money into the franchise and promote the franchise generally, then please reconsider. There's a reason why trans people and trans allies are angry about it and are boycotting. I mean, firstly, it's a remake that nobody asked for and is very unnecessary. The franchise has been milked to death. It is time to lay it to rest. But the real issue is JK Rowling's abhorrent transphobia and the very real world harm she is causing to the trans community. Through her increasing transphobia, Harry Potter has now become unavoidably linked to bigotry. A link that has been very much solidified by the fact that JK Rowling literally uses her Harry Potter wealth to fund anti-trans legal cases. So if you are directly putting money into the franchise, then you are giving money to a person who is working very hard to make trans people's lives worse. That's the trans people that literally make up 1% of the population, are not a danger to anyone, and who just want to pee in peace and have equal access to healthcare. And plus there's literally so many other books, media, TV shows other than Harry Potter that is so good, with the very amazing added bonus of not supporting a transphobe. Things like Lord of the Rings, Percy Jackson, The Worst Witch, Northern Lights, just to name a very, very small amount. Supporting Harry Potter is supporting JK Rowling, and supporting JK Rowling is supporting transphobia.
Bitch, it is not 2020. Shut the
They really think it's 2020.
Like, real world harm. Things are doing real world harm. Shut up. Shut up. God, it's so annoying. Like, you guys are insufferable. Go outside, get some sun, sit by the pool.
Well, it's just so interesting that they conflate, like, all we just want to do is pee in peace and have medical care. And it's like, well, except for the part where you also defend males boxing females, chemically castrating minors, putting males in women's prisons where they go and harm people. It's like a little bit more complicated than that, actually.
Than just wanting health care.
Yeah, but
you're also advocating for health care that is continually being disproven as actual health care.
Correct.
So you're asking for doctors to give health care that they shouldn't be giving.
Correct. And then they say you oppose us having health care.
Specifically in your country, who has now backtracked pretty much everything.
Now,
that you're advocating for.
the question of whether JK Rowling is like transphobic is an interesting one. I mean, JK basically rejects the idea of being trans totally. But what I find absurd about this,
But what does that mean?
like, she just doesn't believe in the concept of a trans woman. Just thinks that's just a man, which is
What it is.
True, but
But
I think she has
does she reject the fact that gender dysphoria exists and that it can be cured with transitioning? Because I would say that's what rejecting.
I don't know if she would reject that or not.
Because
But
I
I think she has a very hardline view on like bathrooms, spaces, everything
Sure.
just for women. It's like, and so I'm not saying that she's beyond criticism or reproach, but
Right.
this idea that by supporting a fictional series that she created in an HBO show, you're endorsing her worldview, I totally disagree with.
Yeah.
And the idea in particular that if you support it in any way, you're financially supporting transphobia, whatever, let's say it's transphobia for the point of this argument, right, is so stupid because she has unlimited money. Like,
She has so much money.
isn't she like the richest woman in the
I
world
have
or
no-
top
no,
three
no,
or
she can't be that rich.
oh, she is. Is JK Rowling a billionaire? Yes, she is a billionaire.
No way.
Forbes reports that she is a billionaire as of 2025 with an estimated worth of $1.2 billion.
Yeah, at that point,
Like, bitch.
if you understand actually how much $1 billion is, because like I don't think people realize how much
No,
money
they
$1 billion
don't.
is. Like they put them in the same category as like millionaires, and it's like no, billionaires very different.
That's why I said she has effectively unlimited money.
Right, like at this point, watch the show if you want to. Also,
She's going to be able to give however much she wants to give to any group or cause. Whether you watch the show, whether it flops, whether it succeeds, it is irrelevant.
I was this is totally separate conversation. Well, not separate, but yesterday I was actually watching What House Are You in Harry Potter. I was watching the YouTube videos from the Harry
Okay.
Potter series to figure out what house I was in, because everybody always says they're in like Gryffindor because they're just
I feel like you're more of a
Slytherin.
Ravenclaw. No, you're a
Ra-
Slytherin. You're a
Think
Slytherin,
so?
yeah.
Well, they said I think I'm either Ravenclaw is the one of wisdom, right?
Yeah, so you're not that.
I think I'm pretty wise.
Shoot,
EQ is wisdom. Anyways, I don't think I'd be Slytherin because I feel like I'm the opposite. Slytherins do whatever they can to get ahead. If I was a Slytherin, I'd still be a MAGA influencer.
I know, I'm just...
Yeah, no, but I'm just thinking out loud. What do
Yeah.
you think you are?
I don't know. I don't know enough about
I think
it,
you would
honestly.
be the one.
Hufflepuff,
No, I think you would be
Gryffindor,
no, I think you would be
Ravenclaw. Yeah,
Yeah,
I could see that, actually.
because those are the books ones.
Yeah, I guess.
I think I'd either be Hufflepuff or Slytherin.
Definitely not the books ones.
Maybe I'd be Gryffindor. I don't know, but I just want to say that because that sounds cringe.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, I'm Gryffindor. It's like, no, you're not, bitch.
This is such a losing cause. Like, remember they did this when the Harry Potter game came out a few years ago, that, the video
Well,
game?
they're just making content.
No, they're really upset about it. Like, these people are genuinely so bothered.
What I don't understand is like whoever made the series, you're already like people are already the far woke people. They're not watching this. So why are you still appeasing them by racially changing characters?
That's a good question. I actually
Because
don't
it's
know.
almost
stupid.
like you're
'Cause that
isolating
pissed off- that's
two
pissed off a lot of people, yeah.
demographics.
But you know what? Here's the thing, though, that we might think that, and like Matt Walsh might be, and those types might get really angry about them. In reality, most normal people are
Paying
never going to
attention.
know, and it's going to be massively successful.
Sure, yeah.
There's not going to be a
I'm
successful...
sure that the actor is very talented.
It doesn't work for me. A black dude being Snape.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
It would normally I wouldn't.
And I don't even watch Harry Potter, but I'm sorry. I just feel like sometimes it's fine to change a character's race.
When it's
especially-
totally immaterial,
like-
and when there's not such an iconic look to the character from the
correct.
first movie.
Part of what pushes these like reboots of anything is the nostalgia behind it. And when you
Mhm.
drastically change a character, you change the nostalgia that's supposed to be propelling it forward. And
Yeah.
it pisses off the viewer.
All right, let's
Anyways.
watch one more video of people mad about JK Rowling. This is from a trans woman on TikTok who we have reacted to before.
Oh, God.
People don't want you to boycott the new Harry Potter show
Oh,
because they're snowflakes. who
this
can't handle
one.
The fact that JK Rowling is a transphobe. They want you to boycott it because watching it directly harms trans people financially.
Directly harms. Ow. I can't
Man, he literally fell down.
Directly harms in what way?
Is the direct harm in
Point
the
on the
with
doll
us?
where watching.
That's my line.
That's my line.
Maybe I am Slytherin, but what was I gonna say?
Point on the doll. Where
Yeah, point on the doll.
watching it harms.
Where watching it harms you. It doesn't harm you. It also doesn't harm you to
It
like.
has no impact.
Do you know what? Like, it's not gonna. If you're a trans person and you're worried about like, I don't know, the prisons,
Yeah,
maybe don't commit a crime.
true. Yeah.
That won't. Then you know what I mean? Like all of these things that JK Rowling is fighting against. I don't know what she's putting her money towards, but like.
But whatever she is not going to matter. She has infinite money, like we said.
She's not using this revenue to fund whatever she wants to fund.
Or even if she was, in absence of that revenue, she'd still be able to fund it to the exact same amount.
She's
worth $1 billion.
This is like when people tried to like create Blue Sky and get off of X. X is still fine.
Well, it has problems, but
it does.
What you
but
mean? It's not going to hurt Elon Musk that much, really.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Let's listen to her. Maybe she makes some great points.
Is that a her or is it her transitioning to a?
No, it's a.
Because this is a tough one for me.
No, this one is a man who says that she's trans. Okay.
Financially, JK Rowling makes a ton of money off of this TV show. It's why she's listed as a producer. She makes a ton of money depending on how many people watch this show. And that money, JK Rowling's money and her public persona has nearly exclusively over the past several years gone against trans people, in particular transgender women in the UK.
Well, that's probably not true. I'm sure she gives money to like lots of other charities and causes and what have you. This is just the only one anyone pays attention to.
I also hate that like they always operate under the assumption that the people at the top are responsible for everybody else having a certain sentiment towards a group of people. It's like whatever the belief that JK Rowling holds is not unpopular. And
it never
if JK
actually
Rowling wasn't vocalizing this, I understand that there's a lot of money that JK Rowling has and she's, helping people. She's helping advance her beliefs, but like it is a vacuum at a certain point when there are a lot of people who agree with JK Rowling. These types of conversations were going to happen no matter what.
And there's also no accountability from that worldview of like, oh, it's just these evil rich people made this whole cause.
They're making everybody transphobic. It's like,
or also y'all like went too far on so many things.
Yeah, I think
there's no accountability for that.
Yeah, your representation was for 5 years and then you did exactly what
I'm pretty sure this
now.
Is the one who said like I have period cramps as a trans woman or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So like you're literally
the problem.
The TikToker who is making anti-trans sentiment popular.
Like you're the one that fuels libs of TikTok's content.
But it's the type of that's like, oh, you disagree with me, you're transphobic. And it's like that is the sentiment that has caused the JK Rowling reaction. Yet they're doubling down on it.
Yeah, correct.
I don't get it.
That is real, that is tangible. That harm, you could see it in the way that the UK has slowly gotten more and more transphobic over the past few years. You can see
I need a study to directly correlate JK Rowling's money
on
transphobic sentiment. How is it causal? Do you know the difference between correlation and causation? Make it causal.
Yeah.
See Turf Island form. This isn't cancel culture.
That is what they call Britain now.
Turf Island?
And not financially contributing to trans.
No, actually, I think I might have to go there. I think I might have to go there.
I think that's kind of they're making it sound cool.
It's like Love Island, but Turf Island.
Oh my God, not you with the Love Island again. He wants me to watch the next season of Love Island with him, and I'm like, what am I going to watch it?
We have to watch
Carve out an hour of my night 6 days a week?
Yeah, but you'll enjoy it. It also might culture him a little bit.
Love Island will culture me.
Yes, it will. It will.
Transphobia. And you want to know something? Not only is Percy Jackson better, Percy Jackson is better.
Are they getting talking points?
Probably.
They're getting talking points. This is a paid ad.
This one I actually don't
Percy
think
Jackson is paying these trans people to push his book.
It's like weird how in tune these mid-20s adults are with like young adult stuff. They're like, oh, Percy Jackson. It's like,
don't you guys have jobs?
No.
That's what I'm like. You know who's watching the Harry Potter show? Young people.
And
maybe some
nostalgic people.
Nostalgia can push it, like I said earlier. But like the main base of entertainment, especially on social media, is young people without jobs that are in college or in high school. Like I think people underestimate the amount of children that are on social media and who are fun. Like they're literally creating public discourse around things, and it's pushed a lot by children.
Interesting.
That's my theory, is that like we're aging with the internet. So like all of the crazy stuff in the 2020s and like adults weren't on the internet until we got older. So now we're like kind of policing the younger generation on the internet. Does that make sense?
Let's just watch the end of this.
And it already has a terrible TV show that you can watch without being transphobic. There's definitely some way. Oh, it's Disney. Don't watch Disney shows. Don't watch Percy Jackson. Don't watch Harry Potter. Not only politically, because they're gonna be bad. They're all gonna be bad.
Wait, this bitch was telling us to watch Percy Jackson, but then saying not to.
Wait, she said don't watch Percy Jackson?
At the end, she's like, wait, it's Disney. Don't watch that either. What? Because some fucking watermelon people thing? Like, oh my God. Exhausting.
I don't know what else to say about these people, because if I say what I want to say,
It will
I'm
be
gonna
banned and demonetized.
like, I want to, if I came across these people in person, I would say some of the meanest.
We need Caleb Hammer on the case.
But that's the thing.
To
It's like,
sit across from these people and read them down for filth.
they need to be psychologically read down for filth. Like, nobody, you don't need to attack their appearance. You need to dissect everything they say and go after it. Just hound them and hound them.
What the problem is, these people will never, like, for example, the second one we watched.
They'll never put themselves in spaces to get that type of pushback. They won't even watch Harry Potter.
Or Percy Jackson or anything on Disney. But the second person we watch is this TikToker who's like got some followers, but not huge. The first person, Jammy Dodger, is actually a very large transgender YouTuber.
I'm not surprised.
And someone like that, he will never place himself in any sort of environment, like an interview with anyone who's at all critical or anything, where he would be asked, explain to me how watching this affects a trans person. Like, walk me through the steps.
Yeah. Like, walk me through your logic.
JK Rowling gives money to, but she has already $1 billion. So what difference does it make?
Correct.
If
she's probably gonna make what, like a
couple million. Yeah.
People don't understand how much $1 billion is. That's what it is.
They really don't.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let us know what you think. Are you gonna watch the show? Even if you're not, is it really because of the whole JK Rowling thing? Guessing not if you're here, but let us know what you think. Make sure to subscribe.
Oh, and comment what you think our houses are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think that'll be interesting.
And we'll be back with more real soon.